Okay, this is D-Man, and this is In My Opinion, and I'm coming right back at you with some more hot topics to talk about. Now, this is what I do. I pick some of the hot topics that are going on right now in sports, and I come to this site and I just blow it up for you. Now, understand, this is my opinion. Feel free to leave me your opinion like some of you have already. Like I said, a lot of you are sending me personal emails, and it's all good on that end. But if you want to, go ahead and hit it up on the site, and I'll let you know exactly what's going on, and everybody else can read what you have to say. But anyways, there's two things I want to talk about today. USC Trojans and also the Carolina Panthers. Okay? They kind of like going hand in hand, and you see how I segue this. But let's start with the USC Trojans. Can somebody tell me what's going on with that school? How many first-round draft picks have the USC Trojans had in the past 5 years? How many? You had Leinart, right? How many defensive linemen have they had? How many linebackers have they had? How many wide receivers were first-round picks coming out of USC? How many? And can someone please tell me, how has that panned out for them in the big leagues? How has it panned out for USC at the big level, at the professional level, in the NFL? All their wide receivers have been busts. All of them. I think Steve Smith is probably the best one out of the New York Giants. But other than that, all of them have been busts. Leinart, Matt, you got to show me something, babe. I mean, this is your year, right? The running backs, well, first, what do you do? I mean, were they worth it? I mean, do you look back on the USC Trojans and say, what was all the hype about? Why all the number one draft picks? I mean, look at Jarrett. Notice the segue. Look at Jarrett from the Carolina Panthers. DUI? Drunk? Before the season even started? He's in the sauce before the season even started. I mean, a week before. I mean, you had all this time off to get all the DUIs you wanted to get. You wait until the week before you got to go to camp, day before you got to go to camp, 2 days before you got to go get camp, and you get a DUI. Wow. I guess you were scared. Notice this segue. I guess you were scared. And I'd be drinking too if I had to play alongside of Steve Smith. You know, the 5'9", 185-pound terror out of the University of Utah that's just been whooping everybody's ass there in Carolina. I mean, he beat up a wide receiver, Anthony Brighton, in film session a couple of years ago. I mean, kicked his butt right there in film session. They had to pull Steve Smith off his teammate right there in film session. He got beat up so bad he went to sue Steve Smith. The guy had to sue him. He was beat up so bad. Now what happens? 2008. Football season's about to start. Steve Smith is on the sidelines whooping Ken Lucas's butt, who happens to be 6 foot tall, 205 pounds. And did I mention that Steve Smith is 5'9", 185 pounds? They had to get a linebacker to pull Steve Smith off of Ken Lucas. Ken Lucas was beat down so bad he was holding a patch of ice over his eye, and they had to cart him off the field. I'm going to tell you something. They had to send that little pit bull home. They had to send Steve Smith home. They said, Steve, go home. My God, this season hasn't even started yet, and you got this 5'9", 185-pound midget kicking everybody's tail. Woo! You wonder why Steve Smith is Jake Delhomm's first choice, first option when he's dropping back the pass. Because you know he's dropping back and he's thinking, if I don't get this ball to Steve Smith, hasn't started yet. Ken Lucas is your teammate, dog. Slow down. Be easy on him. You ain't got to embarrass that boy like that. You know he had to stand up on top of a milk crate or something just to hit him. He's 5'9", beating up a 6 foot, 205-pound man. My God! In my opinion, okay, and this is only my opinion, y'all need to get Steve Smith to let him double up and play free safety or strong safety or something. Let him hit somebody. He needs to take out some of those aggressions. Just let him hit somebody. Him and Julius Peppers on the same defense, he's going to wear somebody out. Y'all missing the boat. Bill Cowher, you got to hurry up and get there. Steve Smith can't wait for you. Can you imagine Steve Smith and Bill Cowher on the sidelines? Woo! I'm getting fired up talking about it. He's 5'9", folks. And he's got a anger problem. They had to send him to anger management. He's 5'9", had to go to anger management. Whew. In my opinion, y'all missing the boat on this. He should be doubling up. Either that, y'all just need to stay the hell away from him. That's Steve Smith, y'all. He don't play. And Jake, get him the ball.